above, then you get even more points. So this is a very critical marriage decision for Canada. How to get married so that we have more points. Forget about anything, dowry or something. We need to get more points in Canada. So that's what you're looking at. So in your case, you know, your points are less. Your points are not 6 in language. Remember? You remember? His points are not touching 6. So you are not eligible for now. To be eligible, you need 666 each. On top of that, your wife needs to do the English test, and then you will cross 67, touching at 68, and then you are on. Otherwise, no.
Yeah.
Is that clear, everybody, right?
What is the requirement of, like, if it is I'm old of 36-year-old, so like the IELTS band is required 777?
I'll ask you a question one more time.
But actually, if I like I got the IELTS in 16 of
and then you will get 20 points.
Yes.
You see the jump from here to 4 points. So it's 4 points probability. Then you can increase by 4 points.
Listening is has to be required as a 7.5.
Huh?
Listening is required as 7.5.
Yeah. So right here. 7.5. See? It is very clear. So coming back to the other thing, if you are not married or if your wife cannot take English, so you yourself have to improve on English and get the higher score. I saw an applicant in Bangalore last year. I was here in Bangalore last year. The English score of that girl was this. Very high English. Very high English in Bangalore. So she was 9999. I have never seen a score even in America or England, anywhere. Even Britishers cannot speak that English which this girl was speaking in Bangalore. So people do work hard and get the high score. If you want to even be much more creative, then you can go and start learning French. If you have English and basic French, then you can add even more points. If you want to improve your chances of going up, if you have nothing else. So there are only few ways to increase your score. Either you get a higher degree, you already have a bachelor's degree, so you can try to get a master's, of course, but it requires 2 years for master's. But if you wait for 2 years, your points on age will go down, so that's a problem. You can improve your English. You already have maximum score in your experience, so there's nothing much you can do there. Or you can start learning French. That's it.
100 level French enough, sir?
Huh?
100 level French?
I don't know about 100. I don't speak French myself. I can show you what the French is here. I don't know what it's called, 100 level or not.
It's a basic level, sir.
Yeah, here. So for French, we need this is called TEF. This is called Test Evaluation de Français, and this is what we need. I don't know where it's 100. 100 doesn't seem to be exist anyway. It's very low, I think. so that's what you're starting with 310, not 100 though. So very high. Guys, you want to maybe move up your.
And everything.
That's a good
The whole
question.
process.
Can you repeat the question for everybody's benefit? One more time?
The express entry, how long does it take in order for the application to get approved from the required agency there?
Once you make the express entry, let us assume that if he has all the points and he makes the profile, then we have to look at what is called a comprehensive ranking system. And let me show you what the CRS is, and so that you get an appreciation. So 67 is just the entry point, just like entering the gate. So once you have crossed the gate, you are inside, and now you are competing against thousands of other people from all over the planet to be picked for visa. So once you make the minimum merit list, which is called this. So this is called the ranking system. That means the Canadian government will rank you where you are. You know, just like you take in India you take IAS examination, right? So everybody's passing IAS, not everybody, some people. And then they have to do a merit list. Merit top, and then that's all. The same thing here. So like if he applies, so he's also part. Thousands of people applying in China, in England, in France, in Italy, in Belgium. Everybody's applying. Close to 4 to 5 million people are applying for express entry, in which he is applying. He's part of one competing against 40 million. All right, and now the Canadian government says, let's look at the merit, which is this ranking. And if you look, this will tell you how much points he has. I don't want to spend too much time here, but here's how. So this is how we can go: age, education, language, experience, and so. So as you see here, if he's married, based on the wife, he can get more points. Somebody who's not married will back off here by points. Somebody who's married with a spouse who has educated more points to the CRS. So it is very important to find, if you are a girl finding a husband who has education or English and something, just to get the maximum points up. So that's what it is. But this is called, I mean, you can check this on your own. This is the website you can check on. So coming back to your original question on how long does it take? So the comprehensive ranking system is a way by which the Canadian government will decide how to pick people from the pool. So it's like a big ocean of fish. 5 billion people are swimming, and the Canadian government is watching who are swimming, and then they pick people according to a certain number, which is called a CRS number, comprehensive ranking system. So if you have been following news last week, I think the cutoff was 435 or 449. So you have to have 449 to be able to invite it. So if somebody has 449, then the Canadian government will send you an email saying that congratulations, you have been picked, you have been invited. And then they will ask you to submit all your documents, all your English language, your work experience, your degrees, your birth certificate, your passport, your marriage certificate, your police certificate, your medical examination, all the documents you submit, and you have 90 days. It used to be 3 months, now you have 90 days, which is, yes.
Almost here.
Which is almost it. So you have 90, it used to be 60 days earlier. So within 90 days you submit all the documents, and then after submission, they will give you the visa in 6 months. So give or take 3 to 6 or 9 months or so, you're looking at typically about less than 1 year before you can have the visa, and then you can fly from Hyderabad to Toronto or Vancouver. So journey is about approximately 1 year. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. The ranking is done each month. How does that work out?
Well, they decide, they control, because they look at the inventory and they decide how much quota is left for people, because they have an annual quota. They decide how many. Did you do something here? You can hear me well, right?
Yes, it's very clear.
So the Canadian government decides based on the inventory of applicants in the pool, how many applicants they need that month or that week. Sometimes they do once a month, sometimes they do twice a month. They also decide on what is the category of applicants they need. Now typically you are applying from overseas. There are many people. Every year, literally about 50,000 students are going from India to Canada, and from other countries also, China and Africa. Close to 275,000 students are there in Canada right now studying. Everybody is applying for express entry. Those students who are already in Canada, they are also competing with him outside in Hyderabad. There are some people who are already working in Canada, they are also competing at the same time. So there are 3 different categories. One is the federal skill class. Second is called Canadian experience class, people who are working in Canada. So depending on what category of class that they want to invite in, the Canadian government will decide the inventory. So they can do the draw once a month or every week or twice a month, they decide. You don't decide, neither do I. They decide. Question: do you want to see the comprehensive ranking system? So let us take a look at the merit. How do they? Anybody else whose points are high? Your points? Let's take a look at the comprehensive. So this is called comprehensive ranking system, and so we will ask you a question and then you just leave it. All right. So what we want to do is, can you hear me now? Is the volume okay? Volume. So what we want to establish today is how does the ranking system work in Canada? You know, every week or every month you hear that the Canadian government has invited a certain number of people according to CRS. What we want to see, how does the system give you points under the ranking system? All right. So any volunteer here? Never mind. All right. Go down. How old are you?
29.
Just look at the screen questions. I'll just come there and then you can just look at the screen. Okay. So what is your level of education?
Postgraduate.
What do you mean postgraduate? MBA. So you have to be very careful. Post-graduation doesn't mean, you have to be careful on whether it's a diploma or a degree or something. So it's master's degree?
Yes, master.
All right, master's degree. Okay, go down. Have you studied in Canada?
No.
Okay, just do no here. All right, good. Yeah. So have you taken IELTS score?
Not yet.
Well, for now we have to assume that you have a score. We can't go. Huh?
I have the
Yeah,
score.
please. Consider the
Hang on, I'm sorry, say it again.
I have the score. ILC score and
Yeah, but we are following his ranking now. But I just want to get some. So just make up any score.
Yeah. Take the minimum score of.
Take the minimum score.
6 band.
Okay. So click on. Just give him the score. 6.
Yeah.
Guys, you want to come forward? Are you guys? You can come forward. Are you okay? Can you listen and can you follow? Are you sure? Okay. Yeah. So do you have French?
No.
Okay. Say no. Okay. Now, can you scroll down? So, how much experience do you have in Canada?
No.
No.
Not in Canada.
No, not in Canada. Now, stop. Now, as you see, the system is giving more points for people who are working in Canada. Remember, I was saying earlier that there are some people who are already living in Canada right now from India and other countries. They are already working. So imagine that person who was filling this form now, he would have got some more additional points for working in Canada, which of course you don't. All right, so just an example. All right. Okay, so, no, yeah. So this question, in the last 10 years, how much experience do you have?
4.
4? Okay. 3 or more. Okay. Stop inside. So the maximum points here they are giving is 3 is the minimum. So 3 will max out. Even if you have 20 years experience or 3 years experience, the points are same. So Canada wants young people anyway, right? They don't want people like me who are 60 years old, 70. They want people who are 25 or 29 or 30 years old. They want people who can go and work hard and pay taxes. They don't want old people. They want people around 3 years experience is fine. So I'll just move up. All right, so go down. So do you have a qualification from, you don't have qualification, right? So say no here. Okay, do you have a job offer?
No.
No. No. All right. And this is also no. Okay, stop. So question number 10. This is a recent change last month. The Canadian government will give you additional points if you have a family relative like a brother or sister. Some of you who have a brother or sister living in Canada who's a Canadian citizen or PR will get additional points. All right, so in this question you have no?
No.
No. Okay, so no. All right, so we are done. So click on that, click on this and go down. Go down. Go down. So, do you see these points?
363. Yeah.
So, good work. He's smart. He got this. So, his ranking is right now among millions of people who are waiting for PR. His ranking is 363. And the cutoff last week was 449. So what happens now? The Canadian government says, no, we are not interested in you. So you waste all the time, you waste all the money and say, oh sorry, we are not interested because we have much more people higher on the merit list. Are you following so far so good? Guys, so far. So now, what we will do is, we will use the system to find out how he can improve his score. Is that a good idea?
Yes.
All right. So can you scroll up? Oh, up. Scroll up.
Usually, based out of your experience, what the ranking will go down up to before they start a new year?
I'm sorry?
The ranking, the lot they pick up. Right now it's 429.
Nobody knows that question. Yeah, nobody knows the secret question.
The last year, what was it? Then what they...
They have an annual quota. We can talk about this later. I mean, this is statistical question. So what we will do is, we were given certain parameters by him. Education, language, and experience stuff. And the points were coming out to be stage 63. Ideally, what is the occupation? I didn't ask you.
No, accountant.
You're accountant. Okay. For some professions like IT, computer science, software engineer, programming, database analyst, web designer, animation, there are some, and I will show you on the screen later on, there are some occupations where even if your points are less than the cutoff, you will still get the PR. Is that a magical?
It's like wildcard entry.
Huh?
It's like
Wildcard entry.
It is like a wildcard entry. Yes, on KBC you get a free question and you get the win the lottery. But not applicable in accountant. All right. So, but for now, since I was trying to find out how we can improve the score. So ideally we need around 400. If you come to my office and say, look, file it for me, I would like to take your case only if you are touching 400. All right. Otherwise, it's a waste of my time, waste of your money. So let us see how we can increase his points to around 400. Okay, go down. You have to go slow. Okay, so there's nothing. Up. So there's nothing I can do about the age, right? I cannot change his age. Age was given by God and it's done. It's done, Dave. Go down. So master's degree, yeah, that's a very high degree. I mean, I can't make him a PhD overnight. A PhD takes 4 or 5 years, right? I cannot change it to PhD easily. All right. So yeah, down. So English, I can play around with English. So let us assume that he works hard, he improves his English score. And what we will do is we will improve his English from one time. So if you click here. Okay, stop. So if I ask him to take the English test, how much score can you get? How much high can you go?
I can hope for 7 to 7.5.
You can, in speaking, you can get 7.5?
Yeah.
So why did you say 6 in the first case?
We were calculating on minimum criteria.
Okay, so let us make a 7.5. Can you make 7.5? Okay, listening, how much?
Yeah. Same.
Okay, do 7.5, all of them. All of them. Writing high, 7.5, like writing like a Shakespeare. This is very high English. I have seen Americans and British even cannot get 7.5 in writing. No, I'm not discouraging you, but I'm just letting you know. I'm not saying that, but you know, French overnight, right? You need some time. Do you speak French? No.
No.
And there's no possibility that you can learn French in 6 months. No. Right. Okay, go down. So the work experience is go down is the maximum. Maximum. Go down. Okay, I cannot make a artificial brother or sister for him. Canada now. So calculate your score now. Go down. That is score. You see, from 363, the points have jumped to 414. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Do you see that? Do you see that? No, that's very easy. So from 363, the points have gone wildly above to 400. And 414 is a very good score. If you make the profile today for 414, I assure you that within 3-4 months you will get the invitation for the visa. Not today, within 3-4 months, because the points have to come down. So what you have seen today is the formula is improve your language. Good? Good? Not Telugu, English. Improve your language. That's the thing. I hope this little small exercise is quite educational and informative, right?
Yes.
All right. So, you have any question? You can come here. Thank you very much. Thank you for your cooperation. Degree in engineering?
Bachelor's in computer science.
Got it. How about anybody else? Well, what is your profession? Business developer, sales and marketing. IT, no IT? I thought the whole Hyderabad was filled of IT people. But they are working, they are not here, I guess. These are the professions I was talking to you about. So, information systems, database, software engineers, computer programmers, and web designers. So these professions in Canadian system are called priority professions, and some provinces like Ontario, even though your points are less than 400, but they will still invite you for getting nomination, which will lead to PR. Do you know nomination? No. Do you know what nomination is? What is nomination?
The province is selecting people.
Why don't you stand up and tell the rest of the people?
So the province will give certain points because software. So it is mandatory for them to get that skill.
Good. So thank you. So some provinces are trying to attract these occupations. Then they will reach out to you and they will invite you and they will ask you whether you want to get the PR through nomination from them, so that you want to live in Toronto or someplace like that. Even if you have less than 400 points, you will still be eligible for PR. So these are the key priority occupations.
So any specific points that they add up in December?
There's no specific point that they fall. No. Employers in that Ontario will tell them that we need IT engineers. For example, 2173 software engineers. So they will go out in the express entry